This is a day that the Lord has made. Hello, everyone. My name is Vanessa. I'm a single mom doing my best to get through life. Um, what did I just write down? Um, I've been spending money and not like paying attention to it, but I need to. I I should be doing good. I'm gonna cut back on eating out. That's the biggest money. That's where most of my money goes, y'all. So I'm gonna make a big effort to do that. Hey Graham, how are you? I'm talking to myself. I was just looking at my expenses and looking at my budget. I do make, even though I have a part-time job, I am making enough to pay for bills. But I'm noticing that I need to cut back on my eating out. Yes, it is healthier. It is, I'm sure, more affordable. I need to get better at it. Like I really need to put my foot down with it's with my child. I'm fine eating at home, but my son's like, "Mom, I want pizza. I want this. I want that." And I just go with it. I'm going to tell him, "Child, um we got to stop that." But I'm hoping to do more door dashing cuz I have not really been doing that. Um that will help me a little. Cuz there's one bill I have not paid. They usually don't do late fee, but I want to get it paid. So that's what I'm doing right now. Mm-hmm. Every now and then it is affordable, but it needs to be like a once, maybe just once a week. We eat out, and only when there's a good deal, there's a coupon. Yes, it should be a treat. And I am trying to cook more. I'm trying to get more creative with doing like copycat recipes at home for things we would eat if we went out. Hello, Astro. So I just need to put more effort into that. Um, I just paid. I don't know about where you're from, Graham, but we have to pay every year registration tags for our vehicle. So I just paid that. It wasn't as expensive as it has been, but it's still expensive. I do have some cookbooks, but the best thing is just Googling a recipe. Yeah, I don't understand why we have to pay all that stuff. Don't get it. I don't get it. So paying for my registration tags came out of my savings because that's not a normal expense right now. Hello, Ozzy. Hello, David. What church do you go to that you have to have vegetarian? Hello, Cool Cat. Wait a minute. Cool Cat. You came on here like 6 months ago, if I remember right. When I first started live streaming, I haven't seen you since. And if I remember correctly, you were giving me ideas on making things that I could sell. Hello, smart boy. What on earth is that name? Everything's good. Everything is great. Well, now that the bills are paid, everything's good. Hello, Arne. Even though you cannot spell, I do appreciate your comment. Yep. I still need to find money to get my car serviced. It is overdue. I never go past the mileage thingy, and I have gone over. I'm trying, Graham, but these like once in a while bills, those are the ones that I'm struggling with. My monthly the things that happen all the time, I'm able to, pay for those. But it's those bills that just are once in a while. I need to schedule my car to get serviced. Okay. Yes, cool cat. I have my son. I don't know what star site is. David is funny. He doesn't go to the church, but he does like their meal planning. They call themselves a 7-day Adventist. Okay, that is really weird, and I think you're just playing at this point. Thank you, Arne, for your comment that I have a nice smile. I need to make it. Okay, if nothing else, I need to just do it. I just need to schedule my oil change or whatever they do. That's really the only bill that is pending. Everything else is good. Yep. There's some other bills that I could cut out. I mean, they're not that much. Like my son's gym membership. He really doesn't even go to the gym because he has gym at school. I could cut out Netflix because it's expensive. That would save me, if I cut out both of those bills, it would save me about $50 a month, which is better than nothing. Austin, I haven't seen you in a while. I'm doing good. Hello, Liam. Oh, believe me, when I go to get my oil change, which I only do it at the car dealership because it's a newer car and I don't want just anybody, working on it. They do come back. Oh, we found this. We found that. I'm like, no, thank you. All I have to do is say no. Thank goodness they don't pester me. I'm like, I just came for the simple service. That's it. David says, have you thought about working as a truck driver? In Wisconsin, they're looking for women truck, Green Bay, Wisconsin. Oh no. I've never thought about it. It's see, the thing that I'm dealing with right now, David, I quit my full-time job. I was making really good money. It was stressful, and I would imagine that anywhere you make a lot of money, there's a lot of stress involved. And now I have a part-time job that pays the bills. It pays like the minimum, right? But the eating out, I gotta cut that because I end up charging to my credit card, then I pay it off every month so that I can get points and there's a little gnat. so that I can get my points and dollars or whatever, discounts. But sometimes that payment has to come out of my savings, which I knew I built up my savings knowing I was going to go to a part-time job. Um, what else? And now I don't have health insurance. My son doesn't have health insurance. I thought he was going to have health insurance with his dad. That ended up being a whole big mess, so now my child has no health insurance. I'm okay not having health insurance for me, but I need to figure something out for my child. That means I need to make more money. Hello, Yuvaraj. Graham says definitely don't work for Amazon. Ashley is back. Sorry, I had to go dry my hair. Oh, okay. What do you mean, Liam? What is your question? Why do this? So I need to do more door dashing. I didn't do any door dashing at all last week, so no payment came in for that. I get paid once a week from DoorDash if I'm door dashing. I have not received a YouTube check yet. I'm monetized, but I'm in the monetized level, but I haven't had a paycheck yet. And it's not going to be much anyways because I don't have a lot of views, but any little thing will help at this point. I think Graham is saying that because it probably doesn't seem right for a boy to be blow drying his hair. I don't know. When your hair is short enough, it shouldn't need any drying. It just will dry quick. What, Graham? What is that? Oh, I gave it up so I could spend more time at home with my child who will soon be an adult, and I won't ever get this time back. I'm his taxi. I'm his yeah, I'm his taxi. This is the first time I've ever done this in my life. I always have had a full-time job, and I prayed on it, and I'm feeling like I'm losing faith in this decision that I made, but I know. I'm still certain the Lord will provide. I don't regret it. Definitely don't regret it. The money, I have it, okay? I'm just trying to figure out now how to work on a tighter budget so I don't have to go back to full time. Like, this is my moment of reflection. I definitely don't regret quitting that job because my stress level was out of this world. Now, I don't have stress. Like, I have very, very little stress. Health insurance is up. It's not the end of the world either, not having health insurance. I just need to make sure I have it before sports start in for August. So that's what I'm trying to do. And it is it's a full-time job just looking for insurance of any kind. You get so many phone calls, emails, text, calls. And so I have not focused on that because I just don't want to deal with it right now. Yeah, I'm going to keep trusting him. Graham says where people steal packages left on people. Oh no, I am not going to do that, Graham. Nothing illegal. Yeah, so I like to consider myself semi-retired. I'm working Part-time. If this could be, because the job I have is a piece of cake, y'all. It is so easy compared to where I was. If I could keep this part-time job, like say my future husband finds me, he comes with insurance. If I could keep this job, I would. It would be a huge blessing. On a Vespa. Oh goodness. There was someone selling a Vespa and I told them I was interested and they never got back to me. I think I'll still look into that. And also I have 2 vehicles to maintain. They're paid off. But if things come down to it, I'll have to sell one of them. Then it would save me on insurance, save me on registration, maintenance, fuel. It's just, I'm just being open and honest. Like, this is what I'm doing today, reflecting on my budget. And I know I've got to make some changes. Asher says, I know I'm still really young to worry about jobs, but I think I might start off with hopefully a good paying part-time job. I think we all start off at minimum wage, at least for the first job, and then like you build some experience and then you can go get higher pay. Graham says, shame about that. I'm sure you would have had fun on that Vespa. Yes, I like to talk about money and finances because I like numbers. And I trust God. He is the one guiding me. Yeah, you have to start somewhere and then start making that good money. This is how I see it, Astro. If you've never had a job, you should start probably minimum wage. Understand how, clocking in, clocking out, your breaks, how to conduct yourself, what are the rules? Because when you go into a higher paying job, like you should already have that experience. It's a process. You think you're like, oh, I'll be fine at a job, but it's not until you get into it and you're like, oh, I got to do this, or I need to change that. What is there, what is the conduct? What is dress code? It's all a process. Daryl's at the gym. Good for you. Liam says, Miguel necklace, don't worry, it happens. I'm not certain the lady decides. Wait, what happened? You put me in a timeout earlier for no reason. Oh, it was because it was my Bible study time. And he was all, you're pretty, you're something to that effect. It had nothing to do with my Bible time. And I don't want any comments like that during my Bible live stream. It does not serve the purpose at all. So there's a reason. Graham says most of us start as T-boy and have to sweep the floor. Yep. Astra says, what? That was funny, Graham. Okay, let's talk about our first job. Hello, Boom. So my first job was the summer I was 14. I worked in the fields, pulling weeds, in the cotton field, in the watermelon field, in the grape field. Where else did I work? The corn, was there corn? And I also worked the summer I was 15 in those fields. Let me tell you, that taught me real quick. Not that I didn't already have a plan for my future. That taught me real quick. I'm going to get my education because I am not going to be out here. I felt sorry for the people who were working there. It taught me a lot of, it was a very good lesson. I chose to go work there. It wasn't like I had to. I made that choice. because I wanted to make my own money so I could buy my school clothes, my school supplies, and not bother my parents with it. Daryl worked at Hardee's. Asher says, yeah, for anyone else who named during Vanessa's Bible time, please be serious. Oh, Graham says, welding and sheet metal fabricator apprenticeship. Oh, nice. Asher says, I never had a first job, but my mother paid me for vacuuming the entire house. That's a chore. That's good too. Good for that. So then, like, my first real job, I was 16 years old, and it was kind of like a Family Dollar store. It had a different name back then, y'all. And I was a good worker. I cleaned, I put everything in its place. I did everything I needed to effectively and efficiently. And they wanted me to be a manager, assistant manager at that young age. And I'm like, well, what does that entail? But I also played sports when I was in high school. And I was like, I don't think it's going to work for me. But yes, a good manager will take notice of you if you're a good employee, and they will reward you. You might not think they're looking, but they're looking. Astro, oh, John says, got back. Yes, hey, John. Oh my goodness, 45 miles in 2.5 days. Yes. Welcome back. Oh my. Yeah, I can't remember. What were you going to hike? Or it was hiking, right? Yeah. You earned that payment. Astra says 8 months ago I performed La Campanella in front of 150 people at a winery during a band's break. I only performed for 2 minutes. Wow, that's awesome, Astro. Hiked at Pictured Rocks. Awesome trip, but I have to go already. Oh, thanks for stopping in, John. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Oh yeah, that'll be fun to watch, Astro. Hello, Lady Sky. Oh, lady, I was thinking about you. And what was it? Big Lots. Because I think you are the one that told me Big Lots had closed. So out of curiosity, I went to their webpage the other day because Big Lots is one of my favorite stores. I don't have one near me, but every now and then I'd go to the closest one and just, I would spend like an hour or two just walking around looking at stuff. And I was like, maybe they have an online site, but they don't. It does say they're coming back, though. They're coming back starting on the West Coast. Astra says, my brother's girlfriend was recording me. She screamed so loudly after I was finished. Good times, yes. Yeah, that's awesome that he has support. Hello, where you? Yay, fine, thank you. Call him, please. Oh, how are you? Yeah, fine, thank you. Call him, please. I'm doing better now that I paid my bills. That's what I was finishing up. You guys, all I do is I just get a notebook. I write down numerically, like the first of the month is my mortgage, right? And then let's say the 7th of the month, my cell phone bill is due. Like I write it down in order. And as I pay it, I highlight it to like mark it as paid. Look, I'm going to show you guys, okay? You're going to get a sneak peek of my very sophisticated budget. Who wants to look at my budget? Furious, I'll get to you soon. I remember shaking before I performed. I felt so happy right after. Paying for natural resources. Can't stand it. Okay, I'm just going to show you guys. This is what I, like, here's June. I used to keep track of it on Excel, down to the penny and everything, but my life has been simplified over the years. So all I did is just write my bills, and I will highlight as I get paid. So now, Furious wants me to make that phone call. Furious has paid your bills. Cool. The most important is that you still can eat McDonald's after that. I'm trying not to eat out, y'all. That's gonna be my goal. No eating out. Wait a minute. I'm looking. Oh, good. They fixed my son's attendance yesterday. Astro says, I was leaving a few older ladies said, well, there is the start of the show. Awesome. Danny, this is like your third time here. Your third time telling me you're a lesbian and I don't care. I'll be right back, you guys. Is this it? Yeah. I'm hoping that number doesn't work, or that the number was wrong. Hopefully she moved on. Yeah, last time we had a long conversation, but she probably forgot. Furious. Okay, now I'm gonna block this person. That is gross. Oh, that is so gross. Okay. Are you guys ready for this? Are you guys ready for me to make a phone call to someone who's not expecting it? Oh, don't know who's trying to call me. You got the popcorn. This is going to be my spontaneous moment. Every now and then I have these moments. Let's see. Please be a wrong number. Okay, somebody else wants to get put on timeout. I think that's the same person, to be honest. What? Hold on. We're having trouble here. Hello, Seneca. Hello, is this Seneca? Can you hear me? Is this Seneca? You gave me your phone number a while ago. Vanessa. I'm good. How are you? Yeah, you gave me your phone number, so I was like, let's call. Uh-huh. Um, well, what time is it for you right now? Oh, so we have a 2 hour difference. Um, well, what time do I usually go to sleep? I go to sleep like about 10 o'clock my time. Okay. All right. Bye. Y'all, I was saved by grandma. He said he's at his grandma's house. Oh, thank you, Astro, for the compliment. He couldn't hear me, so then I was like, "What?" There's the fun. We ain't doing that again. Did it once. It's off the list now. He said he's at his grandma's house and he wants to call me back later, but I'm not answering, y'all. I'm not answering. He's busy. Okay, now we can move on to something else. I don't, that was kind of like a prank call, y'all, on here. I'm not going to do it again, though. I did it just for fun. He doesn't ever even come to my channel. Probably in this past month, I've seen him once. Just say hello, and that's it. So we don't have to worry about him seeing this live stream. Yep, now we can move on to other matters. Astro. Astro, were you here when I called Omar the last time? Every now and then I like to do something a little different, a little bit crazy, but still safe. Omar Z. Yeah, you don't remember when I called him? Because he gave me his number through the live stream, so I called him. Fury says, why? I'm going to respect that. He said he's at his grandma's house, so we ain't calling him back. That was better than the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight. Fury says, when he calls you back, please connect before taking the call. I'm not going to put him on. I'm not going to put anyone on my live stream unless they know I'm live streaming before I even do the call. I wouldn't do that to someone, and I don't want anyone to do that to me, especially if it's a stranger. Well, I wouldn't mind talking to someone I know, on speaker, but not stranger. Boombastic. Did you see the Island Boys fight? Who is that, Graham? The Island Boys. Astra says no cursing needed, no inappropriate talking, just a golden experience. Nope, I am not Indian. Speaking of boxing, I've noticed that they have the boxing events in Pakistan. Is that right? No, in Saudi Arabia. They're boring, y'all. I don't know if you've watched them. When they have that fight over in Saudi Arabia, it is very boring. Ashley says, Vanessa, it's best that you don't know what the Island Boys are. Oh my goodness. Those plastic gangsters with strange hair? Yeah, I don't know what plastic. Grumpy thinks I'm native. As far as I know, I'm not. Thank you, Astro. He made that very clear. I'm joking with you, but if he knew it was you, he'll probably give Grandma up to call you back. He probably don't remember he gave me his phone number. Plastic is fake. English slang. Grumpy wants me to get DNA done. Will you pay for that, Grumpy? Would you send me a super chat for that? I don't know if you remembered me, Furious, but I was like, Seneca, you gave me your phone number a long time ago. He probably gives his phone number to everybody on a live stream. I don't think he remembers who I am. Astro says, yeah, they have plastic gold teeth, have hundreds of millions of tattoos, carrot-looking hair. They're not normal. Oh, goodness. Okay, then don't suggest it next time. Don't suggest something to someone unless you are going to offer to pay for it. Or, you know, the only time you don't offer is if I was to ask your opinion of something. That's what I think. Don't tell someone, go do this, go do that, if you're not going to pay for it. Okay, y'all, I'm getting a little bit sassy right now. I got to calm down. Fury says, yeah, even me, I have his phone number. Man is a Casanova. Asha says that's someone's grandma for sure. Go talk to your grandson. Oh, goodness. I gotta be careful of myself, what I say. Graham says, I love to sort the Island Boys out. Oh, my goodness. Okay, where did the Island Boys come from? Like, what country, what place? Try. Music one-hit wonders. Okay. Okay, y'all. What is going on in your life? Anything fun? Anything exciting? You know, I was doing all kinds of work, rushing myself. Um, I think I'm going to share with you guys now. The Elite Rent Boys. Yep, for some reason, a lot of men like watching them. Oh, Ashley says their music is eardrum destroying. It's like listening to little toddlers cry. Island Boys. Interesting. Okay, so the other day, I think it was Monday. No, it was Sunday. It was Sunday. I went onto Instagram because it's my son's last week of school. And I was checking his schedule for his like vocational school because I really don't get notifications, but I know they're very active on Instagram. So I went over there, found what I was looking for, also found a job posting. I'll look them up. Hello, Jose Lopez. So there's a job posting. The money, y'all, is good. Very good. It is a full-time position. That will have medical insurance. It's not like a high-level position, so I don't think it would be stressful. It is a school environment, which it's one of my bucket list to work in a school environment. What else? The benefits are great. It's what I was looking forward to, because I don't know about you guys, but there is what is it called? There's an Arizona retirement system. I don't know if you have it where in your state where you live in. And I am short a few years to be like fully vested. Because the last job I had for 14 years did not have the retirement system. They had a 401k. So it's on my list to put in those remaining years to be fully vested. So I right away started working on applying to that position. So I had to ask people for professional references to do like a letter. Is that like professional letters of recommendation or something? Which is something I like to do when I do leave an employment. I do like to ask a few people for a professional letter of recommendation. And I hadn't done that. So even if I don't get this job, y'all, I got my letters. And I like to keep them in a portfolio, a professional portfolio. And I'm like, whenever something gets on my mind, I'm extreme about it, and I won't sleep until I know I've got everything checked off. So I emailed as they required, and I went to the website. I'm like, should I put an application in? It doesn't say it, but everybody needs an application to apply. So I called the school because I was like, can I go pick up an application from you because my printer does not have black ink right now? And she didn't know how to answer me because she just didn't know. She's like, you know what? Call back directly to the person who posted the job. And he's like, oh, right now I just want resumes and the references. And I won't even look at them for a few weeks because like after school ends. So I'm ahead of schedule is what I'm saying. But at least I've got my references. Because if I choose to volunteer, some places do ask for a professional reference. So now I have those. They have emojis. Okay. Fury says, you chatty today. You'll have so much comments to catch up. And Boom says, is it the same field that you're working right now or something different? It's something different. It's totally different. That's what is so exciting about my life right now. I'm just following what I think the Lord wants me to do. Like, what? I'd never go to that Instagram page, right? And why would that job posting be there? It's there for a reason. Don't know why. Maybe it was just for me to get my letters of professional reference in order. I don't know. And I like change. I love to learn new things. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Astro says, y'all think I'm going to head out. Jesus is king. Amen. He said he doesn't have much more to say. Yes, Furious, I am chatty. I mean, I'm the entertainment, aren't I? I have to have something to say. I know sometimes I share a lot, but I share what I think would be helpful to someone. Something that I've not ever done, Boombastic. Yep. I learned, okay, all the jobs I ever had, really, I was just in my office only speaking to coworkers. And I was grateful because I didn't think I was a people person. I didn't want to deal with the public. But in the job I have right now, I have to talk to people. And I actually like it. It's just crazy how I have evolved. I have changed. I'm glad I'm not, who I was 10 years ago, 15 years ago. I'm a different person. Hopefully a better person, but Furious says you love to learn new things. I don't believe you. Yes, I do. If I showed you my portfolio, I take advantage everywhere I've worked of every opportunity to go to training, to learn something. I like to learn. I like to read books. I learn through books as well. Graham says, thought I'd be kind to Astro this live stream as I upset him on a You know what, Graham? I didn't want to say it, but you were very uplifting. I'm thinking, okay, is this Graham a new Graham or what? Yes, you were very kind. Indeed, you were, Graham. Furious, why don't you think I like to learn new things? Because I get tired doing the same thing over and over. I have to change up my life. I have to change up, even just reorganizing my living room. Like, I need change. Yes, I did notice, Graham. It was that first comment when it was somewhere back when we were talking about making money or something like that. When he made when he made money for playing 2 minutes of music or something. Does anybody else like learning new things? Or do you like to keep things the same and do the same thing over and over? Oh, of course we choose what we want to learn. Of course. If I didn't want to learn that particular job, I wouldn't have applied to it. Boombasa says, you know what it is? It's like when somebody says, oh, I bet you won't sleep with me, and they are fishing for the response that they want. And I would love to, I'm going to stay a little bit longer, y'all. I would love to work at a grocery store, bagging groceries. I would love to work at a fast food restaurant or a restaurant in general because I've never worked there. Um, definitely want to work at Harkins Theater, collecting the tickets, but I don't think that job will exist by the time I'm like really ready to retire. That would be my retirement job. Boombastic also loves to learn new things. I was thinking about even working at car dealerships as the finance person. You know, whenever you buy a car and you go sit with the finance guy and sign like all these lots of pages, I would love to try that position out for a little bit. Oh, Boombastic says she does see that I love to learn. Okay, Liam is seeing something different too. Graham is a creature of habit. Um, Graham says that would do my head in. Too many people I have to interact with. I could not be the salesperson though. No. I don't think I can ever be a salesperson. I don't have it in me to sell. Although I did work at a jewelry store. I did not push any sales though. I just helped people. I answered their questions, and if they wanted to buy something, they would buy it. I wouldn't force them into it. That was fun though because I liked jewelry. So that was fun. Let me tell you guys this interesting story. Well, I don't know if it's interesting. Oh, Bombastic likes to weld and airbrush and landscape. Cool. Hello, Kodra. Hello, Rohan. Black people didn't come in to buy, so I didn't have to worry about that. Graham says I'd end up telling them the truth about the product. Furious says I think you're the one choosing, and on top of that, there aren't many things that interest you. It's just a theory. Furious, if I was standing next to you, I'd take my chunk line and hit you on top of your head. You got that right. uh, Men in general, I think that's a case by case. You can't just generalize one race. I would make sure my chancla had thorns on it too. Furious. I would make sure it had thorns before I hit you on the head. Okay, guys, sorry I said that. I shouldn't have said that. Oh my goodness. Yesterday, I was showing Graham my son's little project he did in his welding class. I was showing him yesterday. It's too funny that you mentioned that today, Boombastic. Yeah, my son has completed his first year of welding, and then it's a 2-year program, and he will become certified. Rohan wants to know if I would have a black child. I don't think so. I don't think I would. But you know what? That's up to the Lord. Rohan says, what? I don't know what he's asking now. My daughter or son would be raised to not be gay and to not be whatever that thing is. Hello, Pearson. Oh my goodness. What is up with this word simp? I'm doing good. I'm doing great. I'm doing lovely. I'm doing beautiful. I was so surprised, Bombastic, when he's like, Mom, I want to join that program. So he had to apply his sophomore year. He's like, Can you help me? And he had to write up like an essay why they should enroll him. And of course, he had to have the grades and all that. So yeah, it was quite quite a thing, and I'm so grateful that he, on his own, decided to do that. I don't think Pearson knows what that is because I didn't know. But then again, I didn't know what a simp was either, and I still don't know what a simp is. I forgot. Graham. Oh, I'm gonna see if my child needs a ride because yesterday he didn't. But he told me at the last minute. Oh my goodness. See, I can't remember that, Graham. It's just not in my vocabulary. Yes, it's a vocational school, Bombastic, that they collaborate with his regular high school. So he gets to go take class over there and come back to his regular high school. And they do that for the community, like the surrounding schools. It's pretty cool. They didn't have that when I was in high school. And they have a lot of options. They have like veterinary class, barber, hair class, police, fire, nursing, therapy, like physical therapy. They have a whole bunch of options. And my son chose welding. He can walk home, yeah, but I would rather pick him up. Walking home is like when I'm not here, I can't pick him up. I'm saying this based on several clues. First, you mentioned your boredom quite a lot. Second, you yourself admitted to knowing very little about other cultures. Okay, when I say I want to learn things, I don't want to learn about other cultures. I will put that out there. I really don't care to learn about other cultures. You guys can share with me, and I remember what I can, but I don't want to learn other cultures. And yes, I get bored, so that's why I need to learn something new. That's if I was content with doing the same thing all the time, I wouldn't get bored. That's my opinion. Um, I don't even know what Pearson's talking about. I think he's responding to Rohan. I'm gonna let him catch a ride if if he doesn't respond in time. You know what? My son is not always gonna need me. He's gonna have his own thing going on, so I'm taking advantage of every moment I can with my child. Electronic and electronic. Umbasa says you cannot make her change your mind to the things that you want her to like. Exactly. I'm not easily influenced. And you know what? My seventh grade teacher, they're the ones who pointed that out to me. They're like, Vanessa, you are not influenced like at all. And that's when like I became aware. It's like I was just doing these things thinking, okay, this is just life or whatever. And whenever someone would point something out to me, I was like, oh yeah, I guess I'm not. Hello, Abigail. um, I'm not. Okay, Fury says I used an AI to check that I wasn't saying anything mean. That's how afraid I am of offending you. I don't want to give ammo to those other things out there to mess with me. Abigail, I'm doing good. Okay, she's got to go. Okay, I really don't know what Pearson is saying, and I really don't know what Rohan is saying. I don't know. I think they're just interacting with each other. I'm not going to Bombastic. Abigail says, see you later. Bye. Pearson's a nerd. I'm a nerd too. And I'm proud of it. I think my child is a nerd, but he's not proud of it. I'm trying to get him to be like, yes, I'm a nerd, and so what? He doesn't want to admit he is a nerd. Nothing wrong with it. Let's see. Remember we had that conversation the other night, but it was what is it called when reflecting? Whenever you accuse someone of doing something that really you are, but no, it's deflecting. And it's like, what are you talking about? Like, that's something I would never do, but definitely something you would do. Okay, I don't know what he's saying, but let's put. I don't need that on my channel. Yeah, there's no need for name calling and stuff like that. Oh, I need to go to the. I need to drop something off at the post office, y'all. Nope. Nope. You will not be a mod. I haven't seen you but today. If you want to be a mod, you have to be here for 90 days straight. You can't miss. I don't remember talking to you, Pearson, at all. Does anybody recognize his name? But like you said, the other night, so it wasn't a daily thing. Bostic thinks somebody is lying, and Liam says, who is going to be on a stream 90 days straight? Exactly. Probably no one, so I don't need a moderator. Although, I mean, there are some people who are here daily, but I do have more than one live stream a day. Yeah, I mean, my live stream is pretty small, so I don't need a moderator. And even if I had a large live stream, okay, who can keep up with all the comments even if you have moderators when there's a large live stream? Mint water. What is that, Bombastic? Fury says, what's your opinion about girlfriends about Juan Pablo? Graham has been a mod before. Yeah, I don't know what Liam is telling Furious. What's my opinion about girlfriends? I think anyone who's in school, like under the age of 18, they don't need a boyfriend or a girlfriend. They need to focus on school, have fun in sports, have fun in clubs, enjoy school, not be worried about a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Water with mint and lemon. I didn't know your name is Graham. But anyways, I don't have to worry about it because my child said as long as he lives here, he's not having a girlfriend. So I don't have to worry about that. Graham says not watched any content since December. I'm not interested in that anymore. Graham is having fun. Bubasi says, Furious, I see that you don't like rejection. You cannot handle no for an answer. You guys, I think I'm winning with my child. I grew up, well, I shouldn't say that. It might be too soon. But he's doing much better than my younger brother did at this age. So I think I'm doing good. Thank you, Jesus. Amen. Liam says, be careful. Furious Angel has a free pass. Thank you. Yesterday, my son was telling me, Mom, you and I are nothing alike, and you always make me mad about everything you say. And I'm like, son, that's exactly how it was between me and my mom. Okay, hold on, I'll be right back. Oh shoot, I did the wrong button. You got a ride?
Yeah. Thirsty.
There's water.
I'm hungry.
I'm live streaming right now, babe. I turn off the camera though.
Well, I gotta go somewhere.
Where you going? Oh, you got football? Okay. Okay. My handsome, smart boy just got home from school. We got to go. Where'd you get that from? What is it anyways? Interesting. Okay, y'all. This was fun. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you guys enjoyed. Oh, that salad. I've been eating a lot of salads, Bombastic, but it was the Cobb salad, or what was it? Yeah, I'll tell you about it later, Bombastic. I'll tell you all the salads I've had. We'll talk about salad next time. Okay, I send y'all peace, love, and know that Jesus Christ loves you the most. Later.